On today's episode of Watch Chair Go, we have arrived at PFI Speed with the Ariel Atom, and it's time to put it back together.
Yeah, buddy.
I think we're all like just as excited about this being done because it's just time to go play with the greatest car ever. What is going on, guys? I am Watch Chair Go, and today, like I said, I'm here at PFI Speed in beautiful Colorado. It's so nice outside. Somehow we made it the whole way with no rain.
Minimal rain. You were sleeping.
I thought it was just drips.
Minimal.
Okay. All right, fine. Well, I needed some sleep. I had to get. We were trading sleep shifts back and forth a little bit.
It was an early morning.
It was an early morning, but we got it done. We're here. We've only got one strap left on the Atom. Brent is inside deciding where he's gonna stick this thing. So that's why we're just kind of hanging out here. And then it's time to push it off the trailer and push it into a bay engine. So before I forget, just stick that in there so that it's in a good spot, you know?
I like it.
Yeah. Like I said, this is one of the wildest cars of all time. It's hard to portray exactly what this is over video, but I mean, you guys saw the Top Gear episode. Jeremy Clarkson said it's the best thing ever. It is the best thing ever. When you get in this car, it seems like it should not even exist because it's so unbelievably fast and fun to drive. And I only got to drive for 30 minutes maybe. I can't wait to actually drive it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna daily drive this thing.
I can't wait to ride it.
Yeah. Well, you can drive it.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, we'll do that too. We'll mess up the weight ratio on it.
I'm so pumped to have this. It's gonna be amazing. So let's get it inside. Let's get to work. We got a whole lot of stuff in the back of the truck that we have to reassemble before we can start tuning. Oh, and the exhaust broke. This super expensive Ross Fabrication exhaust, a weld snapped on it. I don't know if it was always like that. It's just a hairline crack, but I picked it up and I felt the hair on one of my fingers like pinch, you know?
Yeah.
Because I had like two hands around it and like it caught a hair, and then I looked and I was like, it's got a crack.
Well, fortunately, I think we're at a place where these guys know how to weld.
They're gonna weld it back up. Brent already came out and was like, no problem, we got this. So they're gonna put that thing back together, and we're gonna start putting this thing back together. These are very soft tires. They're fun. Let's take this thing for its last drive with only 1 horsepower.
One Kyle power.
Well, okay, 1 Kyle power.
That's like at least half a horse. Clear?
I think I'm clear.
Turn the wheel and touch.
Which touch?
There. Perfect. Straight. Hold up.
My this ramp may need adjusted.
Slightly. All right, and
Just give her a big push. Yeah, buddy. Isn't it awesome? It's like
all cars were this.
it's like pushing a wagon.
Dude, I'm pretty sure my kid's in my wagon.
Way more than
that.
Oh, absolutely. That's just facts.
Where are we going?
I think that one. Before we start assembling this engine and transmission, we needed to make a decision on a fuel pump. So this thing still has a stock fuel pump in it. It's a 200 liter per hour. Brent just ran off to grab a 450, right? I think a 450,
Yep.
455, one of the Walbros or something. And we're gonna go ahead and swap that pump out right now to make sure we have enough headroom in the fuel system to keep up once we start trying to make real horsepower. The 200 should top out about 500 horsepower, and we want to make more than 500 today or tomorrow. So that's kind of the hope. I want to see that 500 plus number. I'll be very excited about that. So we're gonna start by tearing the tank apart. I think we just take this thing off right there. There's a little access cover. It's the only way into this tank, so that's got to be it. Oh yeah, there's wires and everything. That's got to be it. So we're gonna pull the cover out and do a little pump swapping. It is time for the mating process. We've got the clutches all. What are you walking away for? The clutch is all set up, and we put a little bit of grease on the transmission input shaft. So I think we're ready to go. We got the dowels in there. We've got our bolts. It is time to throw these two together. And over here, we are trying to build this new fuel pump assembly here. This is really crazy. When the fuel pump goes in here, it articulates like this. It actually turns completely sideways in that tiny little tank. So this is a Volvo pump that was in there, a Walbro GRJ 235, and we are going to a TI, yeah, this should be a 525, 455, one of those. I already forgot. It's a big one.
Yep, 455.
455, a big bore. And then we can reassemble the tank, and then we can put this engine in. So we're making progress, slowly but surely. We'll get these two put together real quick.
This is your erector set, and I'm just playing with it.
It's been like 2 months, I already forgot. I only have 1 day of memory. So we've got the transmission mostly mated, and we've got the engine hoist here. We're gonna pick this thing up so we can put the bottom bolts in. We got 3 bolts left, and that's really about it for that part. We can start putting, I think the motor mounts actually go on in the car. So fuel pump.
I've got mixed feelings about all this.
Same, me too.
Yeah, I'm tinkering. But
Tinkering. I like the idea of the O-rings on the plastic though.
yeah, I'm not thinking because it's like it is a pretty tight little.
But it does fit. It does fit.
Very tight.
You can see the way the factory did this was there were like 6 O-rings.
Yeah.
And Brent's engineering a 6 O-ring setup.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm working on it.
No fuel pressure will be lost.
No.
Especially after we put the bead of super glue around it. Permanent.
Absolutely.
Yep. Weirdly, this engine goes in really fast. It'll take like 15 minutes to put it in, and then like 4 hours to finish putting everything together. I think we might need a wrench for this. Anyway, we're taking the exhaust off the turbo. I did some indexing so that it's easy to put back together. It's all marked, but it's all very tight as you would expect from being heat cycled for a long time. So, wow. That should have had anti-seize on it, I think. It doesn't matter, but.
The rust is the anti-seize.
Exhaust bolts are another one of those, like, internet fight worthy things. Should you have anti-seize on those? No, yes, no. We've got the engine in the air, we got the accessory belt on, we mocked up the motor mounts because of course we forgot where all those go. This thing's looking kind of complete. Starter's in, transmission's on. Not bad, not bad. Got the whole team on this bad boy. Brent's building the custom fuel pump.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Basket. This is gonna be sick.
Hey, Sean just welded this all on there.
Oh, a whole new supply line.
New supply line.
This one was pretty small.
Yep, small, and then we had to switch to the bigger pump, so we needed a way to do this, and the O-ring thing wasn't going to work, so
A clamp and a hose, and it's
clamp
good to go.
hose. Yeah,
Oh, man.
we'll trim the bottom off this too, so this will hang out the bottom, and our bag will just stick out like where the other
Awesome.
bag was, and we should be good to go.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And then Brent showed up with the coolest tool ever here.
Yeah.
This is the Fuel Tech spark plug gapper. So you put the spark plug in this little vise, you tighten it down, and then you take your feeler gauge and you just tighten it down until the gap's right.
Still it drags.
This is perfect.
Yeah, man.
Here you go, Kyle.
Oh, thank you
Have
so
some
much.
more?
Are these gapped to
Yes.
16 thousandths of an inch?
16 thousandths.
I like it.
Go for it.
That is the smallest gap I've ever done on a spark plug in my life.
Real tight, lots of boost.
I want to know why the shift light doesn't work. Brent's building that epic fuel pump still, so I'm going in. I'm going in. All right, where do these wires go? This is how you work on an Ariel Atom. The Kirkies are kind of supportive for your back, I gotta say. Oh, there's like GPS antennas for the data logger. This is sick. There's so much weather pack and stuff in here from all the race car stuff. Oh man. It's got a transmitter for lap timing. Nice. Programmable flag system. Oh, it's not. That's not a shift light. That tells you the flag status on the track. It's green, yellow, red.
Yep.
Okay, so I can't push the button right now because the battery's unhooked. But that is the coolest thing ever. Chong and I both thought it was a shift light, but it literally tells you the condition on track so you don't have to think about it. That is sick. This is such a race car. There's one of the GPS antennas that used to go through the carbon, and there's the flag system. If you guys take a look at that, super sick. And there's just like a million connectors right there that are doing nothing right now.
Epic new welds on the exhaust, getting it all cleaned out.
Yeah. It's ready to go.
I love it. No more crack.
Yeah, the crack is gone.
Crack is whack. That's what they say.
I think it's the purple and the black.
I don't know.
We shall find out.
It's those two, isn't it?
It's my favorite tool ever is the Power Probe.
It is. I love it.
use it every day, 20 times a day.
If he goes out of town, he puts it in his bag and flies with it.
Ooh, pump run. I like it.
Hey, it's gonna work.
Gonna work.
Gonna work. Cool.
Can't beat that.
Now we put it in the car, and then we put the engine in the car.
Now we can get covered in gasolina.
Yes.
The engine is wired. Brent's epic fuel pump. It was a lot of work to get in this tank, but it is finally in there. Oh yeah. And there's the new supply line that's much bigger. There's the old supply line. So we'll just kind of put a rubber cap over that or something. And that is our return. And we can actually return in there too. It's hooked up, ground strap, ready to hook up. I do think the one thing we should put in is our filter and regulator probably. But these guys are ready to go with the engine. Kyle's hooking it up. I was just thinking maybe we should put this in first.
Does that go in first?
Yeah, because it sits on that firewall.
No.
So it might be a pain to put in later. It just zip ties on. Fuel system is all together with all the new sauce. I love the way it looks. And these guys are raring to go. They're like trying to push the engine in.
Let's go!
Can you get out of the engine, guy?
This guy.
Just right in the way.
Oh!
Wow. Wow, that
Like
fits.
a glove.
That fits too well.
I told you
Okay.
it's gonna need that angle.
Yes, sir.
So I'm off.
Oh yeah, we had to angle this like crazy.
Yeah, that's what it looked
Like,
like.
oh, and also we have to pull the shocks off.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah. So we'll need
Any other
to
tidbits?
just basically support it with a jack, and then pop out that bolt, and then it's all good.
Okay, both sides.
Yeah. Or the whole shock can come out. Okay. But yeah, it makes it way easier to get the engine in. I promise. It's considerably later at night, but finally, just about everything is hooked up. Brent had to time cert or helicoil those two holes right there. One of them was taking the bolt, but the other one was really fighting us on the transmission. So he said, forget it, and we ended up just tapping and helicoiling them both. So now all that's really left here is getting the CVs in. One coolant hose. That's about it. That's about it. We can hook the battery up. It is so close. Ah, nice. There's that last coolant hose hanging out right there.
What's the part number on this one? Is this the one that kills me? You never know.
It's a gamble. Little fill going down right now. This is the last couple drips going into the engine there, and I think we're ready to start this thing.
I think so. It's exciting.
There is one thing that we were talking about. We didn't cap the old fuel supply line, and maybe vapor. You know, obviously not a big deal, but maybe.
Not for starters.
Yeah, it's not gonna hurt anything. Switch. don't do the flame animation. Go it in. Okay. It's no big deal to get in. This is just a daily driver.
Yeah, daily. This is cool.
Here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
First startup. It's so smooth.
That is perfect. I won't talk anymore.
Turbo. Sounds cool.
All right. That noise is the transmission, that axle.
Oh, is there?
It's the diff. So that's
We should probably kill it.
probably.
Yep.
Right, yep, that's what that was.
Well, it started right up. Can't beat that.
It literally was like.
I know. How uneventful. It is a Honda.
How exciting.
Every time I finish a Honda, it's just like click.
It never happens.
Let's check cam and crank.
Yeah.
Something's wrong.
This is the internet. You guys filmed that 5 times.
Absolutely. This is not fake at all. Just in case you guys are wondering, we just turned the key. It just happened.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It just do.
Unbeatable.
You
Cool.
got something right.
Well, now we're down to just the CV still aren't it?
Yeah,
and
the
that's
axles,
it.
that's it.
That's it.
Axles, coolant, and dyno.
Axle, coolant, roller.
Yep. Maybe
It's
zip tie
exciting.
this brake line on.
It has a provision for
It
it.
does have a provision for the zip ties. Did you see how they did the zip ties? I love how they did the zip ties on this. They welded washers to the chassis all over and then bent them at 45s, and it's the perfect zip tie holder.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a great idea.
It's everywhere, all the way down the frame, on all the...
That is awesome.
Isn't it? It's genius. Just washers. Smart dudes.
Move it. Check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
bunch of
yeah.
these things.
Eminem.
Yes, there's only like 3 things left to do, like actually 3 things left to do to have this fully finished. It's basically coolant fill, put the CVs in it, and flip the taillight wires over into the, they just kind of sit in here. Actually, okay, that's how they sit. They just put a zip tie on it.
Hey, fair.
Anyway, that basically does that, and we need 3 nuts on the intercooler. That's it. That's it. Yeah, there we go. We can all jump on it. We got it handled. Oh man. So the back nacelle goes on so we can fill it with coolant, and that's it. We're there. So tomorrow we'll wrap this thing up, get it on the dyno, and maybe we should drive it like 20 miles.
Yeah, we should do something.
Just before it goes on the dyno.
We should see if it flies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm expecting
I'll
it.
stay out of it.
I think we should dyno and go to IMI.
I mean, I'm down.
Yeah.
It needs to make a pass.
No,
Yeah.
IMI's the road course over here.
Oh, we can't do that. We would die.
We would die.
We would die. Because there's 0 camber and I don't have the road course wheels. I have the ET Streets. Yeah, they're at home.
What's tomorrow? Is tomorrow Wednesday?
Yeah. We can go to Banner.
No, we can't. There's no testing team.
They're gonna
Sorry.
kick. I can also tell you they're gonna kick us out after the first pass.
Literally, this thing will run so fast.
They're gonna be like, none of the safety is met.
This is ridiculous.
Just because it has a cage and a 5-point and fire, like that's not enough. Oh, I've got my helmet.
Oh.
That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.watchjargo.com where you get cool shirts just like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time.
That's awesome.
Dude, I'm so hungry. My stomach hurts.
We go to that airplane salvage yard and grab some wings.
That's what I'm saying. It will fly if we put the wings
It will
on it.
fly.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
Like, into the video.
But the
it's gonna
problem
be-
is we'll get it up, but we have nothing on the tail that steers around.
Yeah.
Honestly, it'll probably just be like kind of skipping along. We could. It's like putting your hand out the window.
Be like the end of Greece.
But this salvage yard, like not far from here, literally has wings like on racks.
That's all we need.
Like, and there's the show cockpit.
That's our cockpit. It just turns into a fighter jet.
It is a fighter jet cockpit right here.
That's amazing.
I love how everybody just noticed. That
Genius idea here.
You guys have a
Genius.
cockpits in there.
Oh man, I'm so pumped.
This
I
is great.
cannot wait to drive
This
it
is
again.
wicked.
It was already mind blowing, but
It started so good.
it did.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no smoke, perfect.
Not a puff.
Yeah,
Primed it, fired.
Literally. It was sick.
Can't
Honda.
That was with a new fuel pump.
good old
That
Hondas.
was like, whoa.
Yeah, I know the fuel pump. We didn't even know if it was plumbed right. We were just all hoping. We're like,
I know, that's why I was like, man, we gotta test it before we put it in. Because we gotta pull the motor to change this thing. It's gonna suck.
oh, it would be terrible.
Oh, and it's 100%. You gotta yank the engine to do that.
100%.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Like-
sure you have to.
There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way. Oh, God.
It's pretty crazy. That tank is buried.
Yeah, but that was fun.
There was.
a fun project.
Oh yeah, super cool.
Then after that, the pieces just kind of fell.
They did.
Yeah.
And that new exhaust welding. I mean, that's some
Oh,
fire.
yeah, Sean killed it.
Some fire right there. Look at that. It's already going back to the cool titanium colors.
Yeah, it really is. And we fixed all the little broken bolt.
All the
stripped
broken,
holes.
every stripped
Yeah.
bolt.
Stripped holes are all fixed.
Man,
Yeah, it's cool.
it's so good.
New 550 horsepower go-kart.
Yep.